Hey YouTube, this is Minnie the Stylist back with another tutorial, but this time it is going to be a box braid tutorial using the rubber band method. This method is perfect for people who don't like a lot of tension and want to keep the integrity of the hair, and this is really the only method that I normally use for most of my braids, just because I'm a natural hairstylist and I don't want my client's hair breaking off. You'll need rubber bands, and of course you'll need my Locks and Cuffs edge control, which is awesome and it is available on Etsy. Of course a comb, and you'll need free stress hair, about 9 packs. Now, as you can see, I've already sectioned off majority of my client's hair. She got medium, I guess medium to large. It depends on how you look at it on box braids. So I'm using my edge control to smooth out the hair that's already been pre-stretched. And of course I'm gonna leave out the edge, because the whole point of using the rubber band method is to protect the edges and not to put strain on the hair. So I definitely combed away the edges, and we'll deal with them later. So you really want to run edge control or whatever gel or product you're using through the hair. And I'm just going to take a rubber band and I wrap it about maybe 4, 5, 6 times. It just depends. I'm not really counting. Not too tight, but you definitely don't want it loose. The looser it is, I mean, the braid will look like it's slipping. I'm going to do the same thing again. I'm going to section off. This time I'm going to make about 2 sections with this amount of hair. And you really want to make sure the parts are straight. As you can see, I'm just sectioning off. I'm not going to be saying much doing this. It's just pretty much doing the same thing that I did the first time. So it'll be a moment of silence from me. Sectioned off at the bottom, and I'm going to add 2. I always do my part in the middle of the first section below, just so it's kind of uniform. Some people call it like bricklaying, but I don't do that throughout. But just when I have 1 braid at the bottom and I'm adding 2 more, I kind of do my part in the middle of the first section below, if that makes sense. I hope it does. Sometimes it's hard to explain. Rubber band around about 4 or 5 times. And again, we're going to leave those edges out. Do not want to pull them or add any strain. Edge control, comb it through all the way to the end. And she has really thick hair, so you really got to comb through some clients' hair. Just, it's smoother for when you add the braid. That's our section so far. Okay, so this part is important. I'm going to show you how to wrap the hair so you will not, and I mean you will not, see the rubber band. Some people do this rubber band method, and as soon as a person puts their hair up in a ponytail, you see the rubber band. So what you're going to do is you are going to take a big chunk of hair, not 2, just 1 big chunk of hair. Grip the rubber band in the section that you have made. Wrap the synthetic hair around the rubber band clockwise once. See what I'm doing? Then you're going to take your left hand and separate it. So now you have 3 strands of hair that you can now braid. Remember, I only took 1 chunk of hair. I didn't take 2 sections of hair and then overlap it and wrap it. I took 1 nice chunk, enough that can be divided into 3 sections once you wrap it around the rubber band, and I'm braiding down. As I'm braiding down, I'm hiding her hair underneath the synthetic hair. And don't worry, if you missed it or you didn't understand it, I'm going to show you again. Again, take 1 nice chunk of hair, grip the hair onto the rubber band in the section, hold it tight, a lot of tension. Take your right hand and wrap 1 section around the rubber band once. 1 time. Wrap it around. Okay, use your left hand and separate the hair into 2 sections. This is definitely a different technique. It's not the normal braiding technique, but I'm telling you, when you get it, it works. You will not see the rubber band. Not on top, not under, not on the side, nowhere. And again, just braid it down. Tucking your client's hair underneath. That's the main, you want to be able to hide that hair. You don't want to see it. Now, some people's hair is just super thick and ain't nothing you're going to do. You're going to see it somewhere, but just try your best to tuck and hide. You can also use some edge control in areas that you can still see the hair to smooth it out. Because I do not burn at the end of my braids. I don't use the lighter and go through. I'm not burning my client's hair to make it look smooth. I'm just not doing that. Just braid it down, tuck that hair. Use edge control if you need to, like I just did, and just tuck it and braid it down. Now look at that. You don't see any residue of a rubber band. You don't see it underneath. You don't see it on the top. You don't see it anywhere. Now, you're going to want to put a tiny small knot at the bottom of your braid, just so the hair doesn't unravel and it's easier to mend together when you dip it in the boiling hot water in the end. So you see how I did that? It's just like threading a needle and you knot the thread at the end. Again, no rubber band in sight. And the braid is no bulkier because I wrapped it around versus if I had 2 strands of braids and I twisted it around the normal way. I hope you guys understand. Okay, we're going to do a recap again. To knot the end of the braid, just wrap it around. See how I'm using my thumb? Loop it through. That's it. Okay, one more time. Hold the synthetic hair, grip it to the rubber band, wrap the hair around, clockwise, y'all. Clockwise. Ignore that. Clockwise. Wrap it around. Section it off and braid. And she's all done. I always put a little mousse just to smooth out any straggled hairs or anything sticking up, and it just gives it a little bit of a shine. This took me about an hour with sectioning off and then 3 hours to braid. Now, using my Locks and Cuts edge control, we are going to get them edges together that I left out. And I encourage everyone, when you're braiding hair, don't try to grip the edges or the baby hairs. That's where your hair is the weakest. Just leave it out and gel it down. Everybody wants their baby hair swooped around anyway, so leave it out. And just look at my edge control. This young lady has no perm, no texturizer, no relaxer, nothing. And look at her edges. If y'all don't go grab some of this, I don't know. And I have my Locks and Cuts edge brush coming soon. So that'll be on Etsy as well, and you'll be able to DM me for that. And she's done. She's cute, she's done. Rubber band method, they're not tight. They're not pulling. Put a little sheen on there. Let me spin her around so you guys can see the back of her hair. Can y'all tell she got rubber bands under there? Hell no. Absolutely not. Thank you guys for watching. Please hit the thumbs up and subscribe. Bye.